I want to switch over now to a topic that's very dear to my heart because it's it's a new topic for me,
Okay.
which is fatherhood. So my daughter's just over a year old now, and it's been a crazy year. You mentioned
Mhm.
ripping off the band-aid, having three children,
Yeah.
one after the other. When you said that, I just my respect for you just went up because I know I know just from having one how challenging that is, but it's
Mhm.
beautiful and it's amazing. And I think for all the times parents kind of jokingly complain about how challenging children are, I think we only do that because uh, if we just spoke about how much joy they bring us, we'd probably drive people crazy. But
Yeah.
what I wanted to ask you is, and this is such a broad question, but I think these are the best questions to ask. But how did becoming a father change you?
I think that it um I don't know if it necessarily changed me. It just brought out the best parts of what I could be. I guess I could
Mm,
say because in general, let's say for example, as like as if I were to say good qualities, I'm extremely patient, very loyal, and everything. And so when the children came, that just brought that out further, right? I think it just doubled down on my patience, on my empathy, on my love, and so it made me just happier, right? I guess that's the way I could say it. Is I think that I in general is just someone I'm often content with life, right? I don't have like any. I'm just not an unhappy person, but I think that the more you interact with your kids and spend time, the more you realize how much life fuller is it, how much life is more full with them. And so I would say that it's made me just more grateful for everything and more happy about life in general. And it's like I think it gives you that extra cushion where I think that even though kids give you a hard time, if you have a rough day at work or whatever, there's nothing that's gonna even and I love my wife more than anything in this world, but if you come home and your kids run and give you a hug, like all that other stuff just washes away, right? It just
mm.
grounds your perspective in what's important in the world and makes any of the bad times easier because you have that to look forward to, and you gives you that drive and that reason to want to be a better person, provider, whatever, because it's like you have a focal point as to where your energy needs to go.
Yeah, and it's such a clear focal point. It's
Hmm.
so obvious and undeniable to you that this is where this is the end goal for all your efforts, all
Yeah.
your early mornings, all your hard work, all your
Hmm.
whatever you're doing for your day job. You have a very clear end point, and it's to maybe use an archery metaphor. It's a very clear target, and you know when
Yeah.
you've missed it, and you know when you're closer to it, and you know when you've hit it.
Hmm.
um, yeah, great answer. I would agree completely. It's not like you once the child is born, like you suddenly like you do change, but it's not that you're a different person. It's just that you realize the weight of the responsibility becomes so real that it requires you to pull on parts of yourself that maybe you haven't as much,
Hmm.
and you have to kind of bring that more forward. And I think especially the the self-sacrifice to me has been the biggest because
Hmm.
sometimes I'll speak with people and they'll say things like, do you miss the free time, or do you miss having spontaneity, being able to just leave the house when you want, which you can still do.
Hmm.
It just takes a lot longer because there's
Right. Right.
bags
Yeah.
and
A lot of
things.
planning. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's
Hmm.
tons of becoming a parent turns you into an amazing planner. But what I realized is that those things that you might miss, for a moment, they're very superficial. Like, oh, I
Hmm.
miss being able to sit down and watch a series without, something bothering me. Oh, I miss being able to just like get up and go to a restaurant whenever I want to.
Hmm.
The things that you miss don't, and you get those things back, by the way, eventually.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can eventually you get that freedom back, but what you will miss is if you didn't have that little light there at the end of the day when you get home.
Hmm.
If you'd like to watch another clip from the podcast, you can click here. If you're sold on watching the full interview, you can click here. And if you'd like to do a good deed for the day, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for being here, and peace be with you.